We have no viewers yet.
That's fine, just talk like it is, because it's going to go on YouTube anyway as a video.
True. So, tonight we are heading to a new location. We won't name it just yet, just to avoid any potential issues that could arise. But this is a sneak peek of what is to come. All of the footage from tonight will be heading up onto paraflixx under our new show, Encountering the Paranormal. We will post a link in the comments.
There is one already.
There is one already. See? Rob is on it. So yeah, we're hoping the weather will hold up. Have been a couple of showers. My feet are already getting wet, so that bodes well for the night.
Wet toes, wet toes, wet toes.
We have done a small recce of the location in daylight. It was a much nicer day than today, but the weather is holding up. Got almost a full team tonight.
Minus Ralph and Isaac.
Minus Ralph and Isaac, and unfortunately Kim, she was at work today, but she is with us in spirit. We are hoping to get some good stuff tonight. We've bumped into another paranormal team. I think they're a paranormal team. Definitely urban exploring. So you might hear some chatting from non-team members. It's probably that. We do also have a guest with us tonight.
There are information boards and everything in there. Don't show them because it has the name on it.
Our guest tonight is River. You may have seen him in our episode from the Museum of Curiosities. He's come out and joined us again tonight. He'll be doing a bit with the team. A bit he's going to go off and do on his own for his own channel. You can find him on social media. It is River the Viking. But yeah, we are going to go and have a sneak peek of the location tonight. As you may have heard Rob saying, there are a few information boards. We won't be showing those today just because we are trying to keep trouble down to a minimum. It is a public location. Not that we don't trust you people, but you never know who you're going to find on the internet these days. If you have any questions that you want to send in, pop them across. We are doing a bit of a Q&A. Depending on how you guys like this and how it's received, we are planning on maybe doing a few more of these just at the start of the investigations before we kick it into full speed for the night. Just so you guys get a bit of a chance to interact with the team some more and also get a sneak peek into the places that we are looking at. So this is an old hall. It is all ruins, unfortunately. There's no roofing. I believe we're in Derbyshire. I could be wrong. My geography is not great. But what we are currently in is basically the entrance hall. So this would have been stairs originally. Once I've done a walk around here, we will head back to the team, maybe tag along for some of the baseline tests and see what we get coming through before it gets dark. But yeah, it's a pretty impressive structure, to say half of it's missing. You can really, really get a feel for what this would have been like originally. We're basically situated up on the top of the hill. It's really quiet, so hopefully, aside from, like I said earlier, we do have another team of investigators around us tonight. So aside from any noise from them, we should be in for a big, quiet, secluded area, so we shouldn't get too much interference from noise and things like that, aside from the other team.
Birds and bats, I think.
Yeah, birds and bats.
And we've got Brooks Paranormal here tonight, or some of the team of Brooks Paranormal.
Always fun to meet fellow investigators out.
Would it be inappropriate of me to want to scale that wall?
Inappropriate to want to, no. Inappropriate to do, yes. Yeah, I know. But I believe you can see the original plaster and decorative bits. So, yeah. So this is all the original, what is it, like plaster? Coving type stuff, like
yeah,
the decorative textures that they put on the wall.
Yeah, that would have been like the Artex in at the end, wasn't it? The decorative, like you say.
So this entire area is unfortunately locked off for that reason. Yeah, for that reason.
That is a joke.
Obviously, they are doing their best to preserve what is left of the structure. You can see up there they've got some metal supports in. You see where some of the brickwork's been replaced. But all throughout, you do still see a lot of the original architecture. And overall, it's a very impressive structure. Let's see. Hello, guys. Welcome on in. I don't actually know how to say that, if I'm honest.
Please say, oh, fucking on my eyes. Can you I can see EY and then it's a blur. EYUL.
I think it's, honestly, we mean no disrespect. We're just collectively blind.
Yeah,
but welcome on in, guys. Thanks for joining us.
I do need a EL, IL. I do apologise if I get that wrong.
And Louis, welcome on in. How are you guys today?
This will be a new series that we're doing, guys, when we're out filming for paraflixx, live on location, so you can meet some of the team, fire questions through. You can have a look at the location of where we are, and then if you do want to see the full investigation on paraflixx, www.paraflixx.com, and you're looking for G.S.I. Encountering the Paranormal. And if you go to the monthly checkout, because it is a subscription service, unfortunately, the code is GSI10, and you get a decent discount. Works out about £3 a month. And then you get to watch all our stuff. We've got 5 seasons on there now.
So
if you would,
check it out. It's an accent. Well, we apologise for absolutely butchering that.
What is it?
They've not spelt it out, but there's an accent on one of the letters.
Okay. Sorry.
If we can get a phonetic spelling, absolutely.
We're not completely illiterate.
As I was saying, you can see where there's a lot of sort of protective structures in place.
Yeah, anything that comes down. You see them on the side of the roads where they've put them down where there's risk of boulder slides and things. So,
but very impressive. I believe it would have been a 3-storey building originally, because you can kind of see where the floors would be. You can see the fireplaces there. How many ghosties do you have in your Hoover?
I don't get that.
Because it's Ghostbusters, isn't it? And they have the vacuum where they suck up all the ghosts. Honestly, and I'm supposed to be the film illiterate person.
It's a vacuum, is it?
I don't know. So, in case you're new here, Louis, John, our lead investigator, is a bit of a film buff, and I think you've upset him a little bit calling that a Hoover.
It's fine, Louis, but it's not a Hoover.
So here you can see some more of the structure. Very impressive how much is actually still standing. There are some boards, like I said, we're not showing those at the moment.
Can you not get the chat horizontal for you?
I don't know. I don't know.
Do
Probably.
so
I don't know.
You don't have to keep turning your head sideways.
I'm not that computer literate.
You can go and speak to Rob if you want, so you can do it.
Yeah.
But you're not supposed to be walking sideways with your head like that. It's not good for you.
It's okay, Louis. Welcome on in. Sam, how are you? We are currently filming what we're hoping to be a little new continuation thing called Live on Location. Whenever we head to any of our investigations, as long as we have signal, we are going to try and do a live bit of a tour of the place we are investigating that night. Little chance for you to meet the team. You can send us any questions in and we will do our best to answer them. Let's go see where everyone else is at. We do have a guest tonight. I did mention earlier, we are out with River, who, if you have already seen our stuff on Paraflixx, you will have met in our investigation at the Museum of Curiosities.
Not yet.
Ooh, not yet.
Because you're not in part 1. Part 2
Oh, is he?
has just been finished, but not aired yet. And he's introduced halfway through part 2.
That is my bad, guys. Well, you will meet him. You'll meet him tonight anyway. He is also an investigator. Quite new to the game, I believe.
Robert, is there any way, Chelsea, can you stop walking around like that? Oh, my. Sideways.
Say hi, River. We were just introducing you.
Yo, what's up, guys?
That's a lot of effort. Anyway, introduction times for anyone new here. So this gent here is River. He is our guest tonight. He is the one that I was lying about, saying you'll have seen him in episode 1 of Museum of Curiosities. He's not in it yet, but he will be. He will be. You can find him on, is it River the Viking on all socials?
Yeah.
Yep, so River the Viking on all socials. Go check him out. He is tagging along with us tonight. He's going to do a bit of his own stuff. He's going to be with us a little bit.
Do check out his YouTube channel as well, guys. Is that River the Viking as well?
Yeah, it's also River the Viking.
Give him some love. Send him a subscribe.
Yes. So check out Instagram. It is G.S.I Paranormal IG. Most of our updates go over on there. Like I say, we are planning on getting a bit more YouTube content out to you guys, mostly in the form of these little lives before we head into our main investigation. We don't have the full team with us tonight, but like I say, we've got River, who is our guest appearance. Gentleman in white is Rob. He is our cameraman, so you don't normally see a whole lot of him. This is this is Cheryl. She is investigator / camera person as well.
Yeah, she's part of the camera team.
And then we have Theo, who is our fledgling investigator. John, who we've already introduced as our lead investigator. And I don't know how this is going to look, but hi, I'm Chelsea, also an investigator. Cool. I am smooth as ever.
Smooth as chunky peanut butter.
Louis said you sound bossy.
Just organised, Louis. Somebody's got to do it, otherwise we never get anything filmed. So.
Oh, causing a bit of discourse now.
I'm always organised.
Fuck off, It's not for kids, by the way, so I know I fucking suck at this video is not for kids, so I can throw
It's not for kids. It's definitely not for kids.
You are not organised.
We're not having a tantrum and a fucking
It's not a
breakdown.
tantrum, I'm just calling you out, saying you are not organised.
Anyway, we're going to go for another tour now. But yeah, we have a stunning view tonight. Not that we're going to be able to see it for much longer.
That's the fucking one.
Right in the middle of nowhere, as you can see, there's a few roads down there, but the sound isn't really travelling. Brass band? Oh.
Like a carnival, old carnival.
Might be something cracking off the pole, so.
Yeah.
Because you don't get the distortion from speakers, it sounded live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yep, no
Have
problem.
fun.
The camera or...
Do something.
So, anyone have any questions for the team whilst we are setting up? If not,
walk round while you're waiting for questions.
Is that meant to be like that?
I have no clue. Probably, yeah.
Help him out, Rob. Don't just frighten him.
Yeah. Something like that, funnily enough.
in a little while we will give you a bit of a tour of the equipment, but as you can see, we are still setting up. So Hot.
Will be doing his own stuff tonight as well. He's doing a little podcast with us, introducing us, so we can give him some YouTube content, bless him, and then he'll be joining us for the investigation, which should be fun. And I'm not bossy, I just try and be organised, because paraflixx is quite time sensitive and it has to have a certain structure to it, as these guys will know. And if somebody doesn't hold the reins, it goes all over the frigging place. So sometimes they have to be
Bossy. Another view from the outside. You did get a bit of this as we were walking up, but in case you missed it, I'm not walking all the way back down the hill though. You can deal with this view.
Go to the graveyard.
I don't know, but we can head for a wander, see if your spidey senses pick anything up. I'm not hurdling any walls while we're live though.
Yeah, I felt like I could go over to the graveyard. Pardon?
I saw your face and walked to the graveyard.
To be fair, I do feel like for most of my walk around, I did gravitate towards this side of the building more so than this side. For those of you in the live, the graveyard is this way. That is a church. It is fixed to the hall somewhere.
I believe it's still used, or is one of them used?
It is still used, which is why we don't actually have access to that.
You've got a torch. You might need it. It's getting a bit dark in here. It's just getting dark. Isn't it?
It's not the greatest torch, but it works. It works better once it gets a bit dark. So we are taking a small jolly. Seeing if we can get into the graveyard. But it doesn't look too promising. And we do need to try and be quiet in certain areas. We are quite isolated, but there are a few residential. Yeah, we are walking behind it because I think that's a property. I think your best bet, I don't know if we're going to get into it, but your best bet is the wall that looks over it.
We can look over it.
Yeah, so you want to take a left down the side of this bit here. And you should be able to look over the wall a little bit further around. So yeah, we do have a vague idea of where we can and can't go tonight. We did have a little recce of the area.
Is that where we can and can't, or should and shouldn't?
For the purpose of us being alive, can and can't. We are law-abiding citizens. So yeah, like I said, you can see that it's attached. Once upon a time, I believe the church was actually part of the hall itself. Spidey says have kicked in. You know it's going to be a good night when it happens straight away. Yeah. So, for those of you who are new to our channel and our business, John, he's not necessarily a psychic, but he is a wee bit on the sensitive side when it comes to the paranormal shenanigans that occur. And what is currently happening is we call them his spidey senses basically, kicking in. And he wants to be the other side of the wall ideally, but unfortunately we don't have access to that. So this is probably the closest we can get for a quick look at what we can see, guys.
It's that area you're pointing at. I want to go up there.
So the older part?
The older part, it's not the newer part, it's the older part. But walking down here, the energy's thick here. To the point of almost dizziness. It's strong. I want to go up there, and I can't, which annoys me.
Should we go for a wander?
Right. Yeah, we're going for a wander. You coming or?
Just because.
I don't think we can get in. At least not officially.
No, I think this is just parking for this bit. So, all jokes aside, we genuinely are very law-abiding
Respectful.
and respectful of property. If it is in public domain, obviously we'll go and have a nosy. But if there's any signs about trespassing, anything like that, it's a no-go from us. Some people don't care. As a team, we do try and maintain that respectfulness, just because otherwise we all get a bad name. And I apologise if there's any dodgy camera angles, guys. So we are not disclosing the location as of yet, Sam, just for safety precautions. We will probably announce it once the investigation's over, so if you check out our Instagram, you'll be able to find a post on there. I feel like I'm feeling that.
It's really light-headed. Oh. This is strong, isn't it?
Almost jelly-like.
Yeah, it's very thick. It usually tends to mean it's not very good. It's negative.
So we're currently so we are in the Midlands area of England, Sam.
Derbyshire.
Derbyshire. Entrance of the church. Yeah, what we are currently picking up on, mostly John. John is our sensitive. What do you like to be referred to as? Because you don't like the word psychic.
No, it's something we do.
He's very in tune with
Yeah, in tune. So
beyond the veil.
Anything that doesn't make you sound like too much of an arsehole.
And he's had a feeling that he wanted to come to the church and the graveyard specifically. We didn't think we could get access to it, but we've managed to.
You're not feeling like Theo? Fucking head's throbbing. You can get out.
Not as bad as you, but it does feel heavy. Like I said, it feels jelly-like. Kind of like when you wade through water.
Yeah, that's usually when the atmosphere gets thicker, and that usually means negative energy. And I am getting that.
So we may have some good things in store tonight. Considering it's currently 10 to 10 and you're already feeling that. And it's strong enough that even I'm feeling it.
People that come up here,
Tuning in from South Florida. Well, welcome on in. Thanks for coming to our neck of the woods.
even in the day, people that come here have been chased away. They've seen what they think is like a figure wandering about here, not even in the dark, just in the daylight as well. I think it's that I'm feeling. There's definitely something here, and I don't think it's very nice either. It's the water and the trees.
Just checking, because obviously we've got the camera out, haven't we?
Let's see if we try and get a name for later. This, usually, bizarrely, I find graveyards quite calming and relaxing.
We've had a lot of the graveyards that we've been to. Ian Plague Village, for one, we visited the church in that village, and
Could have fell asleep.
honestly, it was about midnight by that point, gone midnight, in the middle of nowhere in a church graveyard. Like, normally that is grounds for creepiness, but we were all just like, go for sleep. This is how churches and graveyards should feel.
This or that.
Ian.
Yeah, this is
Not
how
this.
graveyard should feel. There's something here which doesn't. I don't think it's a resident either.
As in, it's not a spirit belonging to someone who's buried here.
It's almost like something
Else.
It's attached to the building, not the church and the graveyard, but it's almost like a bully. It hides in here to piss people off and scare people. And
So
why
you,
in the graveyard though? Why not in there?
you may still get it come forward on the other side of the wall as well, though, to be fair. Because obviously this grounds belongs to the hall as well.
Right, and don't know if this has relevant. Have you researched anything of this?
Nope, completely blind.
I'm getting a picture of the cellar.
Cellar.
And these two things are connected.
Okay. So for people in chat, the hall does have a cellar. It is. It's not. Yeah.
You feel sick as well?
It's not accessible because of, we believe, structural issues. Like, it does have warning signs on it. Again, if we can get into it, there's no specific trespassing signs, if I remember correctly. So if we can get into it, we will have a jolly, perhaps. Obviously, that'll be in the main episode if it does happen. Did just hear an owl, so that's something to be aware of tonight, because they sound terrifying when it gets dark. Calling out, asking for a scream or a laugh, and you just hear hoo hoo.
Probably will have to wrap up the live shortly, guys, unfortunately.
Yeah, kick it into gear for the main event. Again, it should be in the comments, the link to paraflixx, and as John said, when you head to checkout, if you type in the code G.S.I 10.
Yeah, but it only works in the monthly checkout.
Only works in the monthly checkout. That does offer you a discount, and I believe it is applicable every month.
Yes, if I remember right, though, I did say it was about £3 a month. I believe paraflixx has gone up £1 a month, so it will work out about £4 a month.
But you can still get all of your horror and paranormal needs for £5 a month.
And you can see what we're up to.
I personally love owls as well, Louis. They are amazing. They're really majestic.
Hang on, stop a minute. It's nothing bad. It's just that the further away from there I'm getting, everything's lifting off me, and it's actually making me quite dizzy.
Bit nauseous.
Yeah, because it's all
like a teacup.
Too heavy to light. And it's bizarre. I just need a minute for it just fuck off so I can crack on.
So this is a little insight into what we deal with regularly as a team, with John being sensitive to... Can I flip the camera? Hey! With John being sensitive to the energies and the paranormal and things like that, he does tend to experience things like this where he gets sensitive, he gets a feeling. One of the first signs is nearly always he does have asthma, and that will start to trigger, and then you get the headaches, bit of nausea. Usually we'll stick in it for a little while, but if it gets too much we do step away like we have done today, and potentially revisit later on. It just depends on how bad it makes him feel. There have been times where we have actually ended up having to pause the investigation for a good chunk of time, just so he can sort of reground, centre and get back to it. But yeah.
Walk back to the...
Yeah, we'll take you back to the rest of the team, and then we will bid you all goodbye and get started for the main event. There we go.
We will have more YouTube videos coming up as we go along, guys, but primarily, obviously, our focus has to be paraflixx.
Because we're on proper TV now.
Proper TV, so we have to
small bragging rights.
Yeah, put all our eggs into that particular basket. So, I mean, we would appreciate it if you would just to kind of to go and check us out on that, and to subscribe to the paraflixx app. It's great. This is the seller.
Yes. So, little sneak peek. Obviously it is caged off. I can't remember if it was locked, but this goes down, and then under this main room here you can actually see, we'll take a small detour before we say goodbye, but you can see these little windows along here, and there is one of them, I believe this one. Theo, can I have the torch a second? I don't know how far this will go. This is only a crappy £1 torch, guys, but that's the cellar. Ooh, creepy little spider there. but that is the seller. So with any luck, we might be able to check that out later on tonight.
Every now and again, guys, just for shits and giggles, we do subscriber investigations. So if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please give us a like, comment and subscribe. And then probably about 3 or 4 times a year, we'll put up a subscriber investigation where if you're able to get to the location, you can join us for free of charge to come out on a proper investigation. As a thank you from us for subscribing and giving the support, which we do appreciate. I'm really struggling to breathe at the moment.
Should we go head back, get you a drink?
Yeah. Yeah, go all the way, don't they? I want to go in, but I'm not allowed.
Yeah, but you know what? Do not enter means just try if you can.
So that was a lady from the other team that we are sharing the location with tonight. Whenever we notice it, we will obviously announce that we have had slight disturbances. There is a dog, a very cute dog. There's 2 dogs. Hi, pretty. Hi, we've got another guest appearance.
Don't last the lifetime. She's getting old. She's had operations. She lives.
We are going to skedaddle, guys. And we will see you in the next one.
Going that way.